Hello there, thanks for joining us at A2B Training. Today we're going to be talking about the Crelling harness, the number 31, the behaviour harness, also referred to as the Houdini harness. Just before we get down to showing you how this is fitted, there's a few points that you may not be aware of. The first one being, before we even go down the route of a Crelling harness, we must have the parents' written permission. Secondly, we need the local council to give us permission and authorisation to purchase the item, because they then reimburse us for the amount the harness costs. Because what we're about to do is to spend the taxpayers' hard-earned money. And then lastly, it's all about the seatbelt. So once the student has been put correctly into the harness, we then must make sure that the seatbelt goes over and that the student keeps the seatbelt on correctly, because this is to comply with the highway code, and more importantly, is to keep you guys legal. Okay, so that's enough about that. Let's get on with the training. So this is the Crelling harness, the 31. So just to give you a quick idea of what it looks like, it's at the top of the harness, there's going to be 4 straps. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2 outside straps are the ones that are going to go over the seat when we come to fit the item. And the 2 in the middle is what's going to come over the student's head. Okay, and at the bottom of the harness, there are 3 straps that you have. We have 1 strap which is on the far side, which is going to be what's going to go under the seat and connect at the back, and the other far side is also what's going to go under the seat and connect at the back. The one in the middle is what the student's going to sit on, and that's going to come up between the legs. It does look a little bit complicated, but it will make sense when I show you actually how it's done. Hi there, now I'm going to show you how we're going to fit the harness to the chair, very similar to inside your vehicle. Okay, so this is the front of the harness, and as I said before, we have the 2 sides, 2 end straps that are going to go over the back of the chair. So let's show you how it's done. So we move this forward into position. We take the 2 straps over the top, and then, as I did say to you earlier on, we just move this top part out of the way. There were 3 straps at the bottom of the harness. The middle one is what the student is going to sit on, and which will come up between their legs. And we're going to use the 2 side ones to secure at the back to make sure the harness stays fitted and secured. There we go. Push this through at the back and in, and we do the same to the other side. Back and in, and now we're actually ready to secure from the back. So as you saw in the last part of the video, the 2 straps will come over the top. So there was 1, 2 over the top, and the other 2, 3, 4 came underneath the seat of the chair and the back of the chair here. 3, 4. So now we're going to just put them together. So this is very simply done. We pull this up and over, and then pull this down. But it's important we don't make it too tight at the moment, because we need to put it into this sliding clip here. And if we put it down too tight to start with, we will never be able to get back through. So what we do the first one here. Then I'll then go and tighten the second one, and then we'll come back to tighten them properly. Like so. There we are. And we just pull that down. Now I'm going to pull them tighter. There we are, that's down tighter. And now we have this one pulled down as well. And we do the same to the other side. Like so. And then using the plastic sliders on the back, it just keeps things tidier, and it's the proper thing to do. It crosses the T's and dots the I's. We'll show you the front in a second. This is the front of the harness, obviously just before the student sits down in there. So if we start from the top, and hopefully it all makes more sense. So we have at the top here, the original 1 belt 2 that's gone over the top. This is part of the harness which is going to come over the student's head. At the bottom here, we have the strap that's gone behind on the left, and the one on the right has gone behind to join the 2 that's gone over the top. The middle one here, the third one, is what the student's going to sit down on. It's going to come up between their legs. That's one of the last things that we secure. Also, while we're here, I'll show you part of the harness when it comes over. We have two sliding belts that we're going to connect through at the front. 1, 2. And just before we get somebody to sit in the seat here, and I'll show you the clips on here, and like so, you just put them together and they clip together, and then you lift, slide out, put that one in, lift, slide out. Now let's go and get someone. Welcome back. As I said, I'll get somebody to sit in the seats. We can put the harness on, and I found Paige from upstairs, one of the contract officers. Hi Paige, okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Brilliant. Let's get on with it. So first of all, we're going to bring the harness over the student's head, just like so. And it's down here. So what I'll now do, just to make sure it's in the correct position, I'll slightly adjust it so it goes slightly higher. Like that. And now we can get the student to maybe lift their arms up, if you didn't mind lifting your arms up. And this does help when we put the two belts on from the front. So the first belt comes on here, just connects there, and I'll put the second one on, then I'll go across to the other side as well, just like so. And here we go. Bring this one in, and we connect it together like that. And then the second one we bring in as well, and there we go. Through there. And lastly, we bring the third one up between the legs. Obviously be very careful as we're doing this, and we just connect that. Thank you very much for your arms, for your reins, just here, like so. So now we have the harness fitted correctly, but now we can adjust it if need be. So we've got one adjuster